It might be unpleasant and unpopular to raise arguments for somebody who is currently serving 15 whole life terms for murder and attempted murder of very young babies. But what if this conviction was wrong? Now, such is the case with any conviction. There is the opportunity to take the case to the CCRC, the Criminal Cases Review Commission. That is where there's some reason that this needs to be sent back to the Court of Appeal to reconsider the case, to determine whether those convictions are safe. Now, the Daily Mail has released what is probably the most convincing argument yet. And that is not only that one of the experts in this case seems to have changed his mind about some of it, but there is also new information that has come to light. The Daily Mail reports exclusively that a new audit of baby deaths at the hospital where Lucy Letby worked found that many of the most rapid deteriorations took place when she was not even on duty. This mortality data, compiled from multiple sources, including Freedom of Information requests, they say is understood to show a broader spike in deaths during the period focused on by the police, which goes towards her argument that the fatalities were caused by wider issues of care and failures of care at the hospital, or alleged failures of care at the hospital, than just her involvement. Now, as I said, her legal team is looking at taking the case to the Criminal Cases Review Commission, as I said, which investigates potential miscarriages of justice whereby there might be other evidence or other considerations that needs to go back to the Court of Appeal to consider. Now, Mr. MacDonald of King's Counsel says that this could be one of the biggest miscarriages of justice in the history of the United Kingdom, which is why that it's absolutely crucial that if this is wrong, that it is looked at properly. He is focusing on the role of Mr. Evans, who was the primary witness for the prosecution, and alarmingly seems to have changed his mind about some of this. So, following a Radio 4 investigation reported on again by the Daily Mail, I'll link this article in the description below. I encourage you to read it in full for yourself. Dr. Evans has apparently changed his mind about how Lucy Letby was said to have killed one of the babies, after it emerged that she was not even at the hospital where the baby died at the time, and apparently an X-ray was taken. Now, there have been broader criticisms of Dr. Evans, which I covered in a previous video, which again I'll link below, where the judge had described his evidence in that case as being worthless. That's not to say it is in this case, but he's not been without criticism. On the other hand, he could be argued to be one of the leading experts for more than 30 years. But again, I'll link my previous video so you can watch that in full below. So many of these points may be brought up by her legal team to the CCRC with the aim of getting the case back to the Court of Appeal to look at these convictions. But you may also remember that she was refused permission to appeal. Now, that's not necessarily to say that the evidence wasn't any good, because there's a specific reason why appeals can be refused, and that is in respect of Dr. Lee's evidence. Dr. Lee being a retired neonatologist who said that none of the descriptions of the baby's skin discolorations matched the kind that characterized air embolism. However, the appeal court said his evidence was not admissible, not because his evidence wasn't any good, but because he wasn't called at trial. The court said that there's no reason now that Lucy Letby should be able to produce this evidence that she could have obtained and adduced at the original trial. So for more on this, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell and you'll get updates on future videos. But in the meantime, thank you for watching.